Yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to J3 Entertainment. You guys know what time it is.
It's time to review, y'all.
And what we're reviewing today, bro?
Man, season 1 of Amazon Prime's Reacher.
Yes.
Thank you.
We finally got that.
Finally got it, man. Lee Child's book done justice.
Yes.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. Just seeing that show, you know, and knowing the little things I know about the character, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like Keanu Reeves. They say I'm back. Yeah. I think I'm back. Like, yo, like it was like that for real.
True dedication across the board.
This was
No
a
doubt.
ride.
Yeah.
This was a ride. You could sit down, order you some pizza and wings, and just watch it.
That's exactly what I did. I binged it, bro. I was
Okay.
like, yo, I hit Janelle. I was like, yo, I need you to order some like 30 pieces of chicken wings,
Some.
like that.
And just
It's
Give me
a cool
some
breeze.
soda.
You breeze right through
Yeah,
it.
man. Most definitely.
Yeah.
And I can see him giving the last ride, Undertaker. Yeah.
Okay.
For those out there that are new to the channel, let me explain how we like to review our TV shows and movies.
So first off, we'd like to talk about the good and the bad.
Then we give our favorite scenes and a grade.
And also, guys, we spoil our review because you can't have a conversation with the homies without talking about what y'all just watched.
Those are facts. Yes.
So if you have not seen the show Reacher, go watch it. Push the watch later button, thumbs up this video, subscribe, and come back. Y'all ready for this?
Yes.
Let's get into the good, y'all.
All right. So what you got?
Man, so right off the back, man, being someone when I was going through my Tom Clancy phase, read some of the Lee Child books, man, they brought this character to life. Because when I heard the first movie was coming out, like, oh, man, but then it's like, Tom Cruise. I don't know. Alan Richardson brought this role to life. Jack Reacher is supposed to be huge, cock diesel. He's supposed to personify I wish you would. And that's what this character did the whole movie. He was just a tank of beast. I was worried because, oh man, he's physical, they gonna make him a brute. No, he was still smart, still turn on his Batman detective skills, solving stuff and being able to beat you up at the same time. I love it.
Yeah, he's basically what House meets Batman.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Literally.
I will say this is a great season 1 origin. You basically got 2 movies in one because you got an origin story and then you got the present day setting of him being involved in this murder mystery going on in a small town. And I thought they did a good combination of adapting Killing Floor, which was the very first novel, bringing us in for people that have never read the book, and then speeding it up for those that were very interested in that detective style story.
Bro,
It's old-fashioned movie making.
one of my likes on this thing is just the simple fact that it took me back to a time when I was younger and we got the chance to see men being men. You know what I mean? Coming in, something for me to look up to. You know, I saw Alan Richardson as Jack Reacher, bro, and I saw this massive I'm gonna knock you the hell out, dude. You know what I'm saying? And I loved every bit of it. It had that nice that burn notice meets the A-Team, but we gonna keep it on MASH a little bit, but then we gonna take it back. You know what I mean? Like it had all these elements that made this character really dope, and I really love I love the James Bond style of it, the smitten over him. You know what I mean? The young lady, she was smitten over him, bro. He came up in town, was like, "Who's this guy?" And then he's like, he sees that you can see in his eyes, you know, like, yo, like, you're not a bad person. I know I ain't, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, I loved every bit of it because he wasn't a pig or anything like that. He was just a nice guy who everybody liked to be around. And I love the fact that they actually brought that in this time of day on screen.
Yeah.
You forget it.
Alan Richardson really did his stuff, man. Like I said, he didn't come a long way from playing Aquaman on Smallville.
Oh, yeah.
I want to talk about that too.
State.
He did his dues.
Yeah,
man.
he's something else on this one. Let's talk about the bad.
I will say I could have used a few more episodes because I was so enticed with the adventure and the narrative. I feel I could have used a little bit more. It breezed a little too quick. So it's kind of a positive and a negative, but I'll speak on a little bit more of that when we get towards the end.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, honestly, man, I think me and you got the same exact gripe.
Yeah.
This show was moving, giving me everything I wanted. You watching him beat up dudes bigger than him, smaller than him, whatever. When it got to that scene where he took out the wet team that killed his brother and everyone else was like 6 foot and the last dude was like 5 something and that one little redneck tackled him, I was like, no, I'm out of it. There's no way. You tanking crowbar hits, but this little dude is able to beat you up. Stop.
Had him underwater floating. I'm like,
bro,
dang.
Bro, that's my only gripe. I think that maybe the bad guy for that scene should have been recast as someone bigger.
Oh, yeah.
Or more skillful.
Yeah, if you
I'll say skillful.
If you would have shown me that he knew a martial arts and was able to hit his joints or his pressure points, something like that, I'd be, oh, okay. But they was both brawlers. In a brawl, 5'8" loses to 6'4".
Yeah, unless he has a heart attack.
Every time. Something.
This is the big one. I totally agree on that, man. That's the only thing that I was kind of let down with. I was like, yo, we finally got it, and then we didn't. And then we got the warehouse scene, which was pretty cool, but at the end of the day, we didn't. It was like the villains were whack.
Yeah.
That's my negative, brother. Villains. The end game was the villains were nowhere near the magnitude of Jack Reacher.
We gonna get there though. This is only the first one.
No, I believe it, but I'm just saying, like, that's just my negative on that. I didn't like that. I thought the end game should have been way more like, oh snap, there's Dwayne Johnson's behind everything. Like, I'm expecting, I needed more skill. Like, I wanted him to show his true, like, they showed his skills, but they didn't show his skills in that fight.
Right. I'm with you on that. Like, I'm okay with the warehouse scene, but if the fight was gonna go down like that, his second-hand man should have been another cock diesel dude to be the antithesis of Jack Reacher.
Yeah.
And he wasn't. It was another little dude that's suddenly strong as me.
Yeah. Get him. Yeah, I got you, boss.
And then the final fight can be kind of the hunt you down in the warehouse as it's on fire.
Yeah. Because this type of show, you need the cliche.
Yeah.
It works.
He ain't lying.
Well, since we talking about scenes, let's go in and get right into it. I'll start off, man. My favorite scene is the traditional boy meets girl, girl meets boy. And I just loved every bit of it. The handsome, studious gentleman comes into town, 6'5", 280, straight muscle, cock diesel, bruh. Arms, biceps, just a monster, freak of nature. And he walks in, kind as a freaking puppy, bruh. Nice as anything. And the smallest, feistiest woman is gonna be in town, bruh.
Of course.
And she looking at him and talking shit to him, and he's like, I'm gonna let you get away with this. You remind me of my mom to a degree. You know what I'm saying? And I love that and the whole idea of falling for one another, even though it was fast paced.
Yeah.
But, we had eight episodes. And, they might haven't got a season. Second season, they had to hurry to speed that up.
Right.
So I think second season, they're going to slow it down a little bit. But, just seeing that, it just reminds you of the good old days, man. It was somewhat organic. You know what I mean? He was a gentleman to her. They was in the room together that first night, and you know what I mean? He wasn't making a pass at her, none of that stuff. And I just really like that because it showed the world that men can look like that and still be gentlemen.
Yeah.
And that was one of my favorite scenes of it. Granted, the ass whoopings is always dope. But I just wanted to switch it up real quick because that was one of my favorite scenes too. I really enjoyed that.
Okay. I will say I like the friendship dynamic between Finn Harley and Jack Reacher, the detective, and I like how they were butting heads the whole time because the cop knew that he was right, most of the time about a lot of the analyzations that he had, and it was funny because every time he was explaining and putting him in his place, most of the time he was right. So he's like, for this guy to know this, he's definitely innocent. But in the beginning, it was just like, oh, I need some work because like things were slow. Mm-hmm. And then he was already a hated detective in the Margrave community. So it was funny seeing them kind of, be at odds and then being bros by the end, mm-hmm. Busting the case wide open because he was acknowledging everything. And I love how he was very subtle about people and how he analyzed things. Like Jack Reacher made you think he wasn't going to help you, but when something was about to go down, he would eventually jump in at the last minute. And then like there was another scene where he would be walking down the street and he would notice something, like he was very stoic. But then that personality that you spoke of comes out. Like he saw the dog was being abused.
Oh, that was dope.
And he just went over and gave him water. And the guy was like, "Are you calling me a liar?" And he just flexed on him and said, "Yes." He's like, "Okay."
I was lying.
That was so gentleman.
I'm just checking.
He could have beat him up, but he didn't. The point was, he was like, "I'm the guy. I'm skilled. I just know your place." And it was so dope because that right there told you everything you needed to know about Reacher.
Yeah, don't reach.
These are things
you
that
might
were.
get hurt.
These are the little details that they had in the books, and I love that they gave us those little fingerprints throughout the show, telling you who he is as a person when he's not solving cases. It was dope.
I literally got the same thing to talk about, man. Like the prison scene where these dudes just come in, they barge in. Like Jack Reacher would never let these dudes barge in, but I'm like, hold on. They come in, they mess with old boy, they take his glasses off, throw them.
He wanted to see what he's gonna put to the table.
Take his shoes, and it's like I love that about Jack Reacher. He does not like bullies. Yeah. So when he sees like somebody doing something wrong, he gonna step in, but he gonna wait. Like let me see how far it's gonna go, so I know how far I'm gonna go. He want to see if old boy was gonna defend himself. He didn't. So as soon as they stepped over the line, he stepped off that bunk. They saw how big he was.
Came down the bed.
That was a Debo move. You seen that?
I would have went back to myself. But they didn't. and they got beat up.
And he wore those glasses the whole time.
Yes,
He was sitting there
like, yeah, you owe some glasses, homie. I loved it, bro. Even though I'm in prison, anybody come up shake me, no, here I am with your shades on. What you gonna do?
bro, you got to realize the ass whooping that he gave them. He hit them with that full forearm elbow, bro. 3 times in the temple, bro.
Yes.
Bow, bow, bow. Laid him out, bro.
That actor got a headache right now. Just for pretending to get hit.
It was worth the $200 check.
Work. Yeah.
Yeah, this show really brought it home, man. I want to talk about the small Smallville reunion between Lana and Aquaman. I thought that was pretty cool. Like, yo,
that was Lana Lang.
Yeah, I was like, look at Lana. Like, yo, like they were just missing Chloe.
Yeah, man. Even the detectives from CW show too.
He is.
Yeah, iZombie.
Yeah. Yep. So it's kind of like the good parts of CW went over to Amazon.
They upgraded.
Yeah, they was like, yo, let's go in and get it going, man. But that was really cool. It really felt familiar, man, and I like that, and I hope they keep that same energy.
I can't wait for season 2.
Yeah, I can't neither. With that being said, let's go ahead and give Reacher a grade.
Man, right off the bat, man, I gotta admit, came this close to getting 5 stars. That fight scene really irked me. I can't do it. I gotta give it 4 stars, maybe 4.5.
Yeah,
4.5 stars. Okay.
All right,
that's pretty good though.
Yeah.
All right.
It's just that I was really sitting there like the whole last 15 minutes, like, that's how y'all doing it. Okay.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy though.
I will say, coming in, as a reader of the books, man, this is a great start, great origin. Gave us that combination of Sherlock Holmes meets Walking Tall, and it was cool, man. 5 stars for me.
For me, coming off the Tom Cruise films, I never read the books, but I did enjoy the films, and just seeing what the true vision of Jack Reacher is really. Even though I thought Tom Cruise did a great job, especially someone that didn't know the character yet, thought he did a phenomenal job. But then also seeing Alan Richardson come in with the body structure of Jack Reacher and the brains like you spoke of, and still giving me that 90s, 80s feel, dude coming in handling things. I just something about that, it really makes me feel good, and that's what kept me watching every episode. I hope they don't lose that thunder. I'm going to give the show 3.5 stars.
Okay.
So a little quick note. So I was going to say at the end was, so when the season 2 got announced, I think going forward, Lee Child, the author, was saying that they're going to be adaptations of different books. So each season may have different cast members.
Nice.
So it's going to be more of an anthology. So I think we're going to get that extra structure that we was talking about.
Okay.
Was that the Arthur at the very scene, the last scene
in the station?
When he walked in the
that
okay,
was
for
Child.
sure,
that was his little cameo when he walked by him.
Dope. I know that eye connection. I was like,
that's somebody.
That's somebody.
Yeah. He's the guy that made this happen. He's involved with the show too. He's an exec producer.
That's why they got it. It's so right.
Yeah.
Regular studio would have messed it up. Yeah, he's just an action star, a brute, right? No, he got to be smart and strong.
All right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and push that subscribe button. Thumbs up this video. And don't forget to share Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Also, follow us on Instagram and Twitter.
All the above.
I'm J3.
On the Shogun.
Sable Rocks.
Woo! 100,000 subscribers.
It's coming, y'all.